Hey everybody, this is Mark with Mark's Home Hobbies. How's everybody doing out there tonight? I'm doing pretty good myself, actually. Would you look at that on screen there? That's what you call one of those 3D printed guns. Yeah, all except for it doesn't really shoot bullets. Yeah, it's a different type of a gun. Just a little something that I've been working on there, little idea. Let's see if I can get some better light on the subject here. We're sitting in the design studio here. And let's see if we can spin you around here. Let you look at the back of it. And you can see the front of it right there. Spin that around for you. Get you in there close. Yeah, it's just a kind of a rough assembly right now. It's not really a full assembly, even though it is. It's not all in its correct positions, but it's all there. I still have to make one more of the gun stock plates for it. But what this thing actually does is it's not really a gun, except for the fact that it's a pistol style holder. And what you would do is put your cell phone in there, in the back side of it. If you're looking at this is the front side, so you would be seeing the screen, and the phone would be, let me spin this around a little bit here. The phone would be slid in back here with the screen facing forward this way. So you really won't be able to see the screen too much, but when you're using it for what I have planned for it, you're not going to need to see the screen because you'll be having that on your FPV goggles. Is what this thing does is it's going to allow me to place my phone in there and drive the little FPV car, and yeah, utilize the goggles. Hopefully they'll receive that channel, and I can pick it up and use those goggles instead of the little screen, because it's kind of hard to drive and look at the screen and do the controls at the same time. It's much easier to use like a steering wheel like this and a pistol grip throttle control. So what these things do is when you activate the trigger, it slides this mechanism up and down, which will have one of those little rubber styluses that you buy at the dollar store to draw on your cell phone. It'll have one of those screwed on the back, and same with the steering here. This will have a peg, long peg with the one end of it will be the stylus, and that will stick through this little hole here in the slot. And then when you turn the steering wheel, that peg can slide up and down, and then the other part of it where the actual rubber is mounted will travel back and forth in that slot. Maybe you can see it better from the other side. It's kind of hard when you're explaining your ideas, but that's how it looks. You can see it's slotted, and then the stylus will mount right onto right in that little screw hole right there, and it'll be adjustable too. This will be on a bolt, so you can trim it up and put it in the center of the screen, and then the cell phone will slide into these channels right here. And then another nice thing about it is these holes right here. You can secure the cell phone just by using a rubber band. Yeah, no fancy clamps or anything like that. Just simple rubber bands. Yeah, so I hope this thing works out as good as I think it will. I'll explain a little bit more about this invention here that I've got. Uh, what this is you can see these posts right here. And what happens with these is a rubber band goes around these posts on both sides, and then that gives you the spring action that returns it to the center where you have it, stretch the rubber bands till it's in the right position, trim wise, tighten it up, and you're ready to go. Same on the steering over here. It's the same situation. It has a little post there, all except for on this, the rubber band has to be threaded through here because it's a tight fit with the steering and all that stuff. I still don't know if this is going to work out. I may have to change this system right here to a slot in the board itself with a T, to hold the rubber band down, because I don't know how much clearance I'm going to have in here. Once I build the prototype and check it all out, I should be pretty close. It may work that way out. We'll see, because there's a base on the bottom of this wheel here. You can see it. I'm going to turn you around there. Yeah, you can see there's a base right in there. So it is supported up off of there, but I don't know if I got the length of the little posts correct or not, but we shall see. If not, I can always cut them down a little bit with a pair of tin snips or side cutters. But yeah, that's how you design up a product right there for your 3D printer. And this is the program I use. It's ANSYS Direct Modeler Space Claim. Yeah. You can get this program. It's also called Design Spark by RS Electronics. I don't think it's as fancy as this version of the program. This is quite old. I've had this for years. And I've learned how to develop stuff for 3D printing really, really fast. You can do it with this program. It takes literally like an hour or 2 hours from your idea to actually putting it down on, into the computer screen here. So if you're fairly handy with the computer, you can get it done probably faster than that. But I'm old, so I'm not as sharp as I used to be on the computer, but I can still get her done. Yeah, look at that trigger assembly there, would you? That's a thing of beauty. And you got your regulation steering wheel on there. Yep. Mm-hmm. So, once you get the hang of using these programs and you have a fairly decent setup on your 3D printer, there's possibilities are endless. You can just about make anything you really want to, providing you can sit there and devote the time to doing it and assembling it and measuring it and all the other stuff. Because in order to do something like this, it takes a lot of measurements. You got to measure the phone up, and you got to measure where the game is actually residing when it's on the screen and things like that. Take a lot of different things into account when you're designing a particular apparatus for a particular function. It needs to be adjustable, which it still can change. I mean, this is probably not the final design, but this will help with those games that require some kind of feedback on the screen while you're doing it, because those are just, dragging your finger around the screen is just not intuitive when it comes to driving. I don't care what anybody says. So something like this may help those people out. Yeah, I probably won't make this file public just yet. If enough people comment and are interested in it, it's a possibility. Yeah, so anyways, I just figured I'd do this little short here. I was working on this project tonight while I'm sitting here, almost bedtime, so I'm about ready to wrap it up, hit the save button, and we're going to call it a night. So thanks to all those new subscribers coming on. Really helps me out a lot. I really appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber and you want to see some cool stuff, I would suggest hitting that subscribe button right now, because I got some really, really cool stuff coming up. This is just a little taste. This is just something I just thought of right while I was just sitting here. Not something that was really planned, but I got some stuff that's coming up that's pretty nice. So I would hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment, like. You never know when there's going to be a giveaway or something like that. And if you don't leave a comment and you don't like the stuff, then you're not going to be eligible. So do that. And other than that, I wish you have a fine day today, what's left of it, and a better day tomorrow. It's Mark with Mark's Home Hobbies. See you in the next one.